dedication, teamwork, skill, power. These are the elements that will define a champion in the newest chapter of a legendary series. Battlefield 2142 Invitational, only on Gameplay HD. Second round. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. Shot some guys, blew up a battle walker, maybe even destroyed a tank. Let's not get overconfident, Sparky. You got 2 more matches to win for that $30,000. Battlefield 2142. Winner goes to the finals. Loser goes home.
Welcome to Gamecaster's Battlefield 2142 Invitational, presented by Gameplay HD. I'm your host, Tina Wood, and when he's not fronting his band, P.O.D., this gentleman right here is my co-host. People show some love for Sonny Sandoval.
What's up, everybody? Make some noise!
It's that time again, Sonny.
What time is it, Tina?
It's game time.
That's right. Today we're going to bring yet another exciting matchup that definitely will be rocking.
Today, 2 teams play. One loses and one walks away a winner, and one step closer to winning $30,000. Now we're going to meet and greet the contestants on both teams right after we send you to our commentators, Phil Stone, and from EA, Rich Briggs.
Yeah.
Well, it is already incredibly popular online. It is Battlefield 2142. And Rich, this time we're being transported almost 150 years into the future. A time, Rich, when the planet Earth and technology are on a severe collision course. The year is 2142. The Earth has undergone a dramatic transformation. And Rich, the vehicles and weaponry, technologically speaking, the likes of which the gaming industry has never seen before.
That's right, Phil. Unfortunately, it's not a very pleasant view of the future, as an ice age has gripped the Earth and it's pushing people down towards the equator. What happens when you crush people together like that? They're going to fight. They're fighting for land, for resources, and for their very survival. Now, the good news for people like you and me, everyone in the audience, and everyone watching at home, is the fact that they're doing all this fighting with a lot of really cool new weaponry. You've got battle walkers that are just dominating the landscape, crushing infantry underneath their feet. You've got soldiers going almost invisible with active camouflage so they can stab you in the back when you least expect it. All in all, with all of this futuristic weaponry and vehicles, that's a great way for the world to end.
Well, speaking of having it all, we have 2 tremendous teams in this first semifinal match. 8 teams begin in this hunt for the winner-take-all $30,000, and today, 20 ID and Paradigm Shift. Both decisive winners in round 1 are set to lock it up. Who do you like, Rich?
You know, these are both very strong teams, but we're moving to a new map, and we're introducing the gunships. We'll see how both these teams deal with that little wrinkle.
Well, we understand Paradigm Shift and 20 ID are poised to do battle. Before we get you there, let's go back quickly to Sonny and Tina.
Hey, thanks, Phil and Rich. Sonny, once again, it's that time.
Let's do it. How about you give them the rules to Battlefield 2142?
Sounds like a plan, you guys. The rules are a match consists of 2 10-minute battles, each team beginning the battle with 75 tickets. The team with the highest ticket count at the end of these 2 battles is declared the winner and moves on to the next round of the tournament. In case of a tie, the teams will fight a last man standing knife fight. There will be a 10-minute time limit, but the toys will be up for grabs, as players will have access to all unlockable equipment, weapons, and vehicles. Those, my friends, are the rules. Now, Sonny, you've played in front of packed audiences. You can probably relate to what these guys are about to go through a little bit, right?
Most definitely. Once you hit the stage, it's definitely showtime. And right now with these guys, it's game time. You know what I'm saying?
All right, up next, we got Gamecaster's Battlefield 2142 Invitational, presented by Gameplay HD. Back to you, Phil and Rich.
Now, it's time to meet the force known as 20 ID. From Ottawa, Canada, Christopher Jins Poland. From Oxford, Pennsylvania, Nicholas Bizgalucci. From Fairhaven, New Jersey, James Jameson Noonan. From the thriving metropolis of Alliance, Ohio, Jeff Speedy Penny. From Neptune City, New Jersey, Jack Bub Stengler. They were the most dominant team in round one. They are Paradigm Shift. From Derry, New Hampshire, Ichi Calisto Gonzalez. From Kihei, Hawaii, Kevin Snark Walsh. From Miami, Florida, the squad leader, Carlos Kong Morales. From South Jersey, Lee Rust Kernkey. And from Manassas, Virginia, Adam Sabotage Robinson. ID and Paradigm Shift are ready. We are getting our first look at a brand new map. In round one, it was a desert landscape called Shuya Taiba in northern Egypt. Today, they're going to be fighting across a light snow falling over Verdun, the battle for Verdun in southern Europe. Rich, they're going to be fighting in close. The three capturable flags are no more than 200 meters apart, but that's just the tip of that iceberg.
That's right, we've got a new map, and not just a new map, but a new map with a new twist. We're introducing gunships. These are the dreadnoughts of the sky. They've got machine guns in the gunner position and TV-guided missiles. The pilot has access to missiles to lay waste to his opponents. So this is going to be a battle of the air. It's a very linear map. That means that coordination between the ground and air troops is critical. That's the team that's going to walk away with the victory.
20 ID and Paradigm Shift are ready. Let the battle begin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Light snow falling over Verdun. Paradigm Shift and 20 ID are on the move.
Here they are jumping straight into the gunship. He drops a spawn beacon so his friends and teammates can spawn in on him and immediately starts to capture that church flag.
Morales, the squad leader for Paradigm.
Morales was able to jump in, but 20 ID takes out 3 infantrymen and continues to capture the flag at the church.
20 ID captured 2 of the 3 flags. They have the bleed early.
20 ID coming out fast and dominant, able to parachute in on that church flag and capture it early. We're going to see some armor action with Morales rolling in on the APC for Paradigm Shift, putting up an assault on the center flag. The church is hotly contested, but 20 ID appears to be holding them back right now.
Walker on Walker now. Gonzalez on the Walker for Paradigm, taking down Galucci. Biz of Oxford, Pennsylvania is down.
Supported by the APC, the church flag is going to be capped by Paradigm Shift. A Walker and an APC.
20 ID still with the bleed early.
The West flag is still up for grabs. Paradigm Shift with the bleed early, holding on to church and the East flag.
20 ID trying to cap the West flag. Can't do it so far. APC and Walsh, and the chopper is all over him.
Battle ensuing all over church with Paradigm Shift coming in on top and takes the church flag and thus stopping the bleed.
Here it is a close match. 50-47, 20 ID over Paradigm Shift.
20 ID able to cape the church street flag.
Paradigm Shift now moving back into church on foot, trying to sneak around and flank him. There goes the Walker.
That gunship just decimated that Walker.
And the gunship crash. Noonan credited with 2 kills on Paradigm Shift. Kernkey alone for Paradigm Shift on the church flag. He's got to get some support out of this APC.
He is taken out, though. Morales in the APC has taken out 3 of 20 ID. He has now recaptured the church flag.
20 ID with a 2-tick lead, now 1. the lead for the first time, 39-33 Paradigm.
But here comes an APC on infantry, and the APC is going to take it out. Takes a missile hit, but it is capturing that flag. Real gambit here on the part of Paradigm Shift.
Absolutely.
The APC is taken out, but they are vying to take all 3 flags simultaneously and establish the fastest bleed that we have seen yet.
Noonan comes in and takes out 2 Paradigm Shift infantrymen. It is still gray now on that church flag. Paradigm with the bleed, 35-26.
The winner of this match heading straight to the finals where they will compete for $30,000. So you might say that the pressure is on.
Gunship is down.
Walsh bails out of a gunship minutes, or seconds I should say, before it takes a fatal hit.
20 ID trying to bring armor to bear on that church flag. The church flag is gray. It's neutralized right now, but that won't be the case long. We're under 3 minutes now in this first of 2 battles, with the winner moving on to the finals.
That's right, and they've stopped the bleed right now, but Paradigm Shift has got the advantage. 20 ID with a score of 20 has got to come back. We have got literally every ground unit in the battle amassed around the church flag. Coming in is a gunship, laying waste underneath it.
20 ID now with the bleed back. 26-17 Paradigm still continues to lead. They were so dominant in their first round match.
Much closer now with the 2-minute warning. It is still a very close game, but Paradigm Shift does have the advantage. Paradigm's lead being whittled away. A very, very slow ticket count down, but they are only up by 5 as an APC rolls in to try and capture that church flag. We've got infantry and APC battling it out.
Who's going to get the bleed for the final 30 seconds of this opening battle?
APC taken out. Paradigm Shift may be able to take this round, but 20 ID is right behind them.
They had the defense set up before we even got to the flag, so it was an uphill battle right from the beginning.
We're under a minute now.
We can see the infantry from 20 ID making a rush for that church flag. Paradigm Shift has got to hold on to it.
12-5 now, 20 ID. Both sides sustaining tremendous casualties in this first battle. 11-2, 20 ID. Their final 2 tickets left in this first of 2 battles. We're under 10 seconds.
5, 4, 3.
Paradigm Shift, can they hold on to their 1 remaining ticket? Spectacular close-in fighting. Sonny is standing by with Paradigm Shift. Sonny?
Thanks, Phil. Very close game, guys. 9-1. You had the lead. Let it go there at the end. What happened?
Things got a little crazy there in that center point, but it's only 8 points. That's right. We're not scared. We got them.
And you know $30,000 is on the line. You guys are almost there. How's that feel?
Feels good. It feels good. We're going to go get it.
That's right. Winner takes all, man. Good luck, guys.
Yep.
Over to you, Tina.
Hey, thanks, Sonny. That's right. Here I am with Team 20 ID. Roller coaster battle. You guys are winning. You guys are losing. Was that closer than you expected?
Yeah, but you know what? Middle changed hands quite a few times. This time we came out on top. Next round, I want to get some momentum going, get the lead, and just bury them.
Are you guys the best team here?
I'd like to think so, but some of these other teams have a say otherwise, so.
You ready for the finals?
Hell yeah.
All right, they got one more round. Let's see if they can do it. It's Team ID. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, after a close first round, these longtime rivals square off in round 2. Next.
And welcome back to Gamecaster's Battlefield 2142 Invitational, presented by Gameplay HD. Now, I know there's a ton of action happening down there on the main stage, but before we get back to it, let's get up close and personal.
You know, we're always finding each other in like the finals, or in this case, the semifinals. Clash of the Titans kind of stuff.
If you notice, I only died twice during that whole 10 minutes, which is great. I could hold it down, I could get the air down, I could keep people off the middle flag.
That's not the way we like to fight. We like to bring out the guns.
You know, gun versus gun, we had them.
The mechs can take down the helicopter very, very easily.
It's got a little hectic, but, you know, 8 points, we don't see that. We ain't scared.
I want to get some momentum going, get the lead, and just bury them.
Well, a slightly different position from Paradigm Shift in their first round match when they had a 60-2 lead after that first battle, Rich.
That's right. Infantry was the order of the day. With those 3 capturable flags so close together, Paradigm Shift and 20 ID were both able to move very quickly between them without the use of vehicles. You know, though, 20 ID just did a little bit better job in the air.
Yep.
Even though Walsh on Paradigm Shift was doing damage, 20 ID was able to get those 8 extra tickets at the end of the round.
9-1, 20 ID. The second battle is ready. Let the battle begin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Here we go with 20 ID jumping into that gunship. The Battle Walker right in front, but not for long, as that gunship will rapidly make its way into the center of the map.
Gallucci and that Walker for 20 ID. Gallucci out of Oxford, Pennsylvania. Looks like Walsh is already down. The chopper pilot for Paradigm is down.
That means 20 ID right now has air superiority. If they can hold on to that, this is going to be a very quick match.
We had a good drop onto the center point. We capped it, we held it.
Paradigm is now moving all of their infantry on the church flag. Here comes the Walker for 20 ID.
This is going to be a hard flag to defend.
There was a frustration of our individual infantrymen trying to go against the heavy armor with no anti-armor support.
Gallucci gets 2 kills already. 20 ID with a huge start here early in this second and final battle, with the winner moving on to the championship round.
Paradigm Shift with a squad beacon very close to the church flags. They are potting right in. But they are coming straight into some infantry and Gallucci in that Battle Walker. That is not a pretty fight.
Finally, Gonzalez gets a vehicle in to do battle with that Battle Walker for 20 ID. Will it be enough?
We may see some Walker on Walker action, Phil. The Walker's on opposite sides of the church, and Gallucci comes out on top. Gallucci taking down the other Battle Walker.
My decision to play the mech a bit more conservatively and keep it back was actually based off what I saw from round 1.
20 ID with the bleed early, 69-61.
They're leading by a total of 16 tickets right now. Paradigm Shift has got to get on top. They need to win by 9.
Paradigm Shift has any hope of getting a superiority on this flag, they've got to get Gallucci out of that Battle Walker.
He's just making things way too difficult for them on that church flag. 20 ID's infantry are doing a great job, though, holding it down, and they finally get Gallucci out of that Walker. Kernke takes the credit for the kill. Rust takes down the Battle Walker. How ironic. Gallucci in the lead with 4 kills.
Looking to flank 20 ID.
Finally making a move off of that center flag, the church flag.
This is the east flag. The east and west flags are both gray at this point.
The battle has just been crazy in the middle. Everyone focusing on the church flag, but finally with the gunship coming in, the east and west flags are going up and becoming a factor in this match. 20 ID with the bleed in their favor, a 17-point differential, 63-46.
Paradigm now moving in on the church flag, trying to bring it down.
Meanwhile, 20 ID putting the West flag back up. Stangler with 2 quick kills at the church flag. And 20 ID reestablishes the bleed after taking the West flag. 59-38 in favor of 20 ID. We may see complete domination of this map by 20 ID as they are in position to capture all 3 flags.
And they got him now.
All 3 flags are in favor of 20 ID. They are going to have a huge bleed in their favor. Paradigm Shift has got to get on this quickly. They have no flags at this point, and they are down by 24 points. Is it going to be 20 ID or Paradigm Shift right now? The answer to that question looks like 20 ID.
Paradigm Shift putting up a battle on the eastern flag. They're putting up the eastern flag now. Now they're moving on simultaneously on the church flag. 5 minutes left in this match. 54-20, 20 ID.
Walker-to-walker action in the center flag. Gonzalez piloting for Paradigm Shift. Galucci in the walker for 20 ID. And Gonzalez out of that walker just before it blows up. So Galucci knocks down the walker but does not walk away with the kill.
Now Paradigm Shift infantry moving in on foot on that center church flag.
This may be too little too late though, Phil. 20 ID with a commanding lead, up by 38 tickets. Remember, Paradigm Shift has got to win this round by 9 tickets, and they are not in a position to do that at this point. 20 ID 53 to Paradigm Shift's 13.
Paradigm was looking very good working on that church flag, but 20 ID just laid them to waste.
I think that 20 ID can see the finals, taste it, smell it, touch it. They are looking at a 47-9 commanding lead here. Paradigm Shift, it may be all they can do to just hold on.
Boy, coming up on 3 minutes, Paradigm Shift 7 tickets away from being eliminated from this match completely.
We've got 3 minutes left, but I do not think we are going to see a 0 count on the time. We are going to see a 0 count on the tickets. 45-5 in favor of 20 ID.
And that's it. Paradigm Shift gave 20 ID all they could handle on that first battle, but it just wasn't to be. Tina is standing by with Paradigm Shift.
That's right, I'm here with Paradigm Shift. The first round went really well for you guys. Second round, not so much. You got a little bit dominated. What happened out there?
Well, 20 ID was obviously able to come together a little better than we were. Communication broke down a bit, but we just got beat. You know, it happens.
Now, you guys are a little bit disappointed. I understand that, but what was this entire experience like for you?
Well, first of all, we'd love to thank our sponsors, Connect 3D and Funk. Also, Gamecaster and EA. This is just a great opportunity, and we hope to meet 20 ID next time.
Well, look at that. It's a challenge. What you got, Sonny?
Thank you so much, Tina. Finally, I get to hang out with the winners once in a while. You know what I'm saying? How pumped are you guys right now?
Very, very pumped.
Obviously, Paradigm Shift ain't no joke, man. My money was on you guys all the time, but those guys ain't no joke. What'd you guys do to take it down?
Well, you know what? I'm a man of my word. When I told Tina that we were going to bury them, that's what we did.
Oh my goodness. Hey, give it up to those guys. Those guys are awesome. Anyways, in the finals for $30,000. How does that feel?
Feels great.
Right on, man. Back over to the fellas, Rich and Phil.
Thank you very much, Sonny. Well, I'll tell you what, 20 ID, they looked dominant, didn't they? After a close first battle, 44-0 in that second battle over Paradigm Shift. I would call that total domination, Rich.
Definitely, Phil. You know, Paradigm Shift coming off that insane victory against Damage Inc. Maybe a little bit too cocky. Maybe weren't expecting 20 ID to come at him as hard as they did. But 20 ID did a great job in the air, a great job on the ground, and that is what got them one step closer to $30,000. An awesome win.
Well, they're the first team into the finals. 20 ID. Who are they going to take on? It is still unknown at this point. 20 ID looks a doggone good. So many great kills by 20 ID today. Hard to pick one, but we've got the flag of the week. A tremendous frag. Rich, who do you like now as we move closer and closer to the finals?
I don't know. You know, 20 ID is doing some great things on the ground and in the air. I might have to start leaning their way, but anything can happen. That's the beauty of this game.
Well, it was a great match today. Don't forget to join us next time when we meet for more Gamecaster Battlefield 2142. And now for Rich Briggs, Tina Wood, and Sonny Sandoval, I'm Phil Stone. We'll see you next time.
Good night.